Welcome to day one of our food freedom series. I am so excited about this. I am so ready to just share my tips and tricks and heart with you guys. And it's hard to know where to start because there's so many topics I want to cover, but I wanted to take you back to a place where I was really struggling with my nutrition, and maybe you can relate. Have you ever felt like there's certain food groups or a specific food or something that you can't have? And you go throughout your days trying to avoid this food or this food group and saying you can't have these things, and then you get kind of worn down. You have an off day, you get stressed, you're tired, and you give in. And then you feel guilty because you messed up and you gave in and you had something you shouldn't have. And then how many of you, when you have that place of you indulged, say, well, I already indulged, so why don't I kind of spiral and have this and that and the other and the other and the other? You ever been there? Because that was me. I was at a point where if I had a carb, like bread or a roll or the chips that come before Mexican food, I thought I was cheating. I thought I messed up and I should just forget it, and then I would binge eat, feel so full, and then have dessert, and then have a drink, and then more dessert, and I would feel so sick. I did this with dessert too. I would try all day to not have desserts while limiting my carbs, which if you're not eating carbs, you're gonna want sweets because your brain needs carbohydrates to function. And I would just really restrict, and then by the end of the day, my willpower would be done, and I would say, I'm gonna have an entire tub of ice cream, and I would eat until I felt so sick. I couldn't stop until I was physically too full to take another bite. And that's not a good place to be. It is not a good feeling to not be in control. You feel like the food is controlling you. You are not controlling your choices, and it's an ugly place to be. Now, when I talk about food freedom, this is coming from a place where I am now, where I love myself, I love my body for what it does for me, and I want to feel good. And when you find a routine that makes you feel amazing, that makes you have energy, that makes you be able to do the things you want to do with confidence, you will keep doing it. And it takes trial and error, it takes time, it takes intentional effort to get to that place. But this group, this community we're here with you. You know, we are here to go alongside you so that we can get you there. And we will answer questions along the way, we will share tips along the way to get you to that place. And now I know that I am in control. I can choose what I eat, when I eat it, and if I have a treat, great. I can have a salad the next meal. I can have vegetables whenever I need them. I can have fruit whenever I need them. I can have ice cream whenever I need them. Because here is the secret, and by secret I mean truth. You can have whatever you want, whenever you want it. You are in control. You can make whatever choice whenever you want. If you wanted to wake up and have candy for breakfast, ice cream for lunch, cookies for dinner, you could. Why don't we do that? Because we would feel like garbage. And I want to iterate that you absolutely can choose to eat or not eat anything at any point. And the beauty of that is when we know that we can have anything at any point, it loses that shiny appeal. You know, if we put something on a pedestal of like, you can't have dessert, you can't have cheese, you can't have XYZ, then we fixate on it. But if we know I can take a bite of it whenever I want, it loses the appeal. It loses that shiny, behind the glass, can't have it glimmer, you know? We know that if I can have one bite of it to taste it anytime I want, I don't need it. You know, if you know you can have it, you don't need it. And I think that's a beautiful place to start, is just knowing that we truly can have whatever we want, whenever we want. But the choices we make need to come from a place of love. And that's what I want to talk about next, is getting real with our hearts. Our bodies are the only physical vessel we have to take us through our whole life. And what we consume, the nutrition that we eat, is what we burn to make energy to live. It is what fuels our organs and is what helps us synthesize new proteins as our cell turnover creates more new cells. You know, different organs have different time frames for how quickly that replicates, but what we are consuming breaks down to give us proteins to literally become our body. So when people say you are what you eat, it's honestly true. And if you are fueling yourself with processed ingredients and processed sugar and artificial things and things that create inflammation over and over and over, you're not going to be healthy. And that's just the honest to God truth. And maybe that's harsh, but it's the reality that you need to love yourself enough to give your body good nutrition. And when we think about the science behind it and what the purpose of food is to fuel our bodies well, I think that shifts the focus, because you don't have to be a perfect fitness model. You don't have to be a certain number on the scale to live your best life. And we get these ideals that we're supposed to look a certain way or pursue a certain thing, but health looks so different on every person during every phase. And I want you to be really real about where you're at. If your goal is to get a six-pack for a specific reason, maybe that's your goal, you know, maybe that's your phase, and you do you go get that six-pack. But maybe your goal right now is just to keep up with your kids, and you need more energy. Maybe your goal is to have more energy for your job, or, you know, whatever it is. I want us to be real. You don't have to be a size 0, a size 2. You don't have to do anyone else's goal but yours. And I think when we take the pressure off of, oh, I'm human. You know, I get to live my life. I get to have a meal out for my friend's birthday, and that doesn't mean I need to eat like garbage for a week or a month or a year. We are absolutely in control, and we can have the right portions in the right ways to fuel our bodies to feel well. So I just want to leave you with some affirmations as we enter this series. And again, just coming from a place of love. When you approach your meals, if you're planning your meals for the week, or you're approaching a situation where you're going out or whatever it is, I want you to ask yourself questions like, does this fuel my body well? Does this bless my body? Do I need this eating opportunity, as Alana says? You know, think about how it's going to affect you. Sometimes we need that giant cookie. Sometimes we need that ice cream, and it just fuels our soul in a different way. But day to day, we need lots of water. We need lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. We need whole grain carbs. We need lean proteins. We need healthy fats. Nothing's off limits. So I want you to journal out today that you are worthy of fueling your body well. You love yourself enough to make the healthy choice. You are capable of making good choices. You deserve to be healthy. You deserve to be fit. You deserve to fuel your body well, to feel your best and live your best life. I hope this helps. I hope you know that you are absolutely in control. And I want you to remind yourself of these things over and over and over, that I deserve to be healthy and fit. I deserve to feel confident in my skin. I deserve to have energy. I fuel my body well. I am the person who makes a healthy choice. And write them out, whatever feels good to your heart, whatever you need to tell yourself. If you need any advice, I am here to help you. I love you guys, and let's make it an amazing month.